YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today for this look that I have created, shockingly enough. My eyes went kind of super dramatic and so did my lips all of a sudden, and I'm not quite sure that it goes. In fact, I'm very sure it doesn't go. Anyway, I've got some new products that I wanted to try out, and I wanted to play with my Soft Does Nails palette again, and this is what the outcome was. Maybe you do like this look, and if you do, then thank you, because I'm not sure. I love everything individually. Maybe these eyes with a nude lip, or this gorgeous lipstick with a much more neutral eye. But anyway, if you want to see how I created this masterpiece, then please keep on watching. So as I said, we're going to use our Soft Does Nails palette. Hopefully you've already picked this up. If you haven't, you need to. It's incredible at £10. Still blows me away. And the main shade we're going to use is this shade here, which is called Petrol. I think it's called Petrol, and it's honestly just like MAC blue-brown pigment. It is so cool. First off though, I'm going to dip into this shade here. The name will be up on the screen, I don't know what it's called. And a little bit of this shade here, and I'm going to blend those two into my crease. This is the darker kind of greyish brown tone that I'm popping on, just using a fluffy brush. Actually, I've got some new brushes that I'll be using as well. They are incredible. But I'm still a little bit hooked on this brush as my initial crease shade. So I'm just really going to pack that on into the crease. This is one of the brushes I was talking about, and these are by Nima brush, and this is the Bell brush, and it's this huge big fluffy blending brush. So I'm dipping into that deeper shade and the lighter shade, and I'm going to use them now in my crease as well, just to fluff it out. These are so soft. They sent me about 10 brushes and I've been testing them out, and they are lovely, especially the eye brushes. The shapes on them are just perfect. This is not sponsored, and I'm not trying to sell them to you, and I don't have an affiliate code or anything, but I'm quite specific about eye brushes, and I'm really enjoying these so far. This is another one, and this is in the style Jenny, and I'm going to just keep packing on that deep kind of grey shade. Now I do want to deepen this up a little bit like I have over here, and I'm going to dip into this shade, this one here. I'm going to pop that in my crease as well. In my crease and higher up, in that rounded shape that I tend to go for. Back in with that big fluffy brush just to make sure everything's really blended out. Now my crease is in place, I'm going to go in with that fun Petrol colour. This one here. I'm going to take this flat brush, this is a concealer brush, and I'm going to dip into that shade. So you can see it's now completely packed on my brush. And now I'm going to spray it once on each side, just to make sure that metallicness really shines through. Look at that colour. Isn't that such an interesting colour? I love it so much. Now I'm going to pick up a small blending brush, wherever it is. Found it. I'm going to dip into that colour again, Petrol, on my blending brush, and I'm going to start blending the edges into my transition shades. If you're anything like me with hooded eyes, you probably want to take this shade above your crease like I do. A lot of people would say no, you should be blending your transition shade into your crease, into your lid colour, but I blend up even if it is a metallic, because it just gives me so much more kind of lid space. Don't worry if it looks a bit harsh, it's all about just blending it. In with an original blending brush just to start making sure that it doesn't have a harsh line and it's really diffused. Because I've fiddled with the blending, I'm gonna now go in with the product on my finger and pat that all over it just to bring back that really metallic brightness back. And the last thing I'm going to do to this eye is line it with the black shadow in the palette, just to make it so that when I put my lashes on, they look better. So now I'm going to take off all of the fallout and then we'll move on to skin. I always prefer to do lashes at the end. Wow, bit of fallout, huh? For foundation, I'm actually going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealers, which I love as concealers, but I actually really like them as foundation as well. And I'm going to be using a new sponge. This is the Nancy Marble Blender. It has gotten huge since I wet it, and actually it does feel very, very soft. This was less than £5 on Beauty Bay, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how it does with my foundation. So let's give that a go. I look like a ghost right now because that eye is so dark. This is the one I'm going to use, and this is the shade C3. And I'm going to do half of my face at a time because it's quite a quick setting concealer. Let's test out this sponge. I look like such a ghost in this video. What's wrong? That is half my face with the concealer as foundation, so hopefully you can see what nice coverage it is. I mean, it's not very economical to use this as a foundation because you get such little product. There's only 3.4 mils in it, so it's not going to do you many full faces, but I like using it sometimes as foundation, and I'm feeling a bit uninspired by my foundation drawer right now, which is odd because I have about 80. But there we go. I'm just going to quickly do the other side of my face. I like this sponge. It's not quite as soft as my Real Techniques sponge, but it is soft. I don't feel like I'm punching myself in the face. It is pleasant to use, and I really like how pointed that is for getting up under my eyes and in the crease of my nose. It's nice. I still look like I'm a corpse right now. Get some colour on this face. Under the eyes, I'm going to go with the shade C1, which is the lightest shade that they do. Actually, maybe they now do one lighter. I know they were bringing out more shades, but this is the lightest one I have. I'm going to use my Lasting Perfection by Collection, and this is in the shade 01 Fair. I'm going to go in with a face spray just to soak up any excess powders that are sitting on top of my skin. So I want to finish off the eyes now before we move on to the rest of skin. I just kind of want to get them out the way. So I'm just going to blend the same kind of deep grey brown shades underneath my eyes as the same that I put in the crease. So I'm just going to pop those on. This look might be way deeper than I imagined it would be when I first started. Considering I have a new lip product I want to use, I just do not know if it's gonna go. I'm gonna run that petrol shade under my lash line as well. I just want to see what it looks like. Don't know what I think about that. I'm going to use my Kiko blue liner in my waterline to try and make this a bit brighter. I'm hoping that this is one of my makeup looks that looks like trash until the very end. Do you think that's what it's going to be? Because I'm panicking. I think when we put on lashes, this is going to look amazing. So I'm going to put on my lashes. I'm going to put on these lashes, I can't speak, which are Sampo Beauty Lashes Style 008. And they look like this. So I'm going to throw those on and then we'll see where we are. So I have my lashes on and mascara and things, and I think it looks better. I look just like I've got a really super smoky eye on. Let's put on like bronzer and contour, and then see how we're looking. I'm just gonna probably skip past bronzer, contour and blush because I do it the same in every single video. So I'll be back in a second, hopefully looking a bit better. But if you want to know my favourite products and what I use all the time, just go back to my last video, it's a tutorial as well, and just see how I do that. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've put on the rest of my base products. I'll link everything I use down below, but it's pretty much the same as usual. Now we're going to go on to our last stage, which is lips, and I've got another new product, and this is the Nabla Dreamy Matte Liquid Lipstick. I've never tried anything from this brand before, but I'm really intrigued. I see them a lot on Instagram and they look beautiful, and this shade really speaks my name. It's called 5 o'clock, and I think it's like quite a raspberry pink. I've not tried it on my lips yet, I did swatch it, but let's try it on the lips. I'm looking forward to seeing if this makes my look any better or worse. This could be a disaster with this eye, let's just be honest. Look at that colour. How did I just do that? This is a disastrous makeup day. My eyes are watering like mad. That is the shade 5 o'clock. With this eye, I don't know what I was thinking. I can't possibly upload this video. I look terrible. What do you think of this makeup look? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't enjoy this makeup anyway. I swear I'm not this bad, usually. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't yet. Why wouldn't you want to? And give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye. I look like Cruella de Vil.